What's up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's episode of the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, the Tutorial Boss Guapo. Joining me, the statistician of the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling Podcast, the prodigal son who has returned, Little Guapo. What's up, son?
What's up? What's up? Happy birthday to
Thank you.
the
Yes, it
Tutorial
is.
Boss. Those of you
It
not
is
knowing,
the birthday of El Guapo.
glad to be back on. I wish my co-host was here, but he's not.
He's there, but he's got on a John Cena costume. So
There you go. Bingo. Yeah, that's what it is.
So I'm looking over at the chat. Got to say what's up to Mikey. Mikey subscribing for a 31st month in a row. Mikey, love you, man. Appreciate that. We got J-Reb subscribed for a 32nd month because he's like, watch this, Mikey.
Yeah, he's still got to be one better.
Says happy birthday, Cameron. Appreciate you, brother. We got Kev USMC in saying happy birthday, Kev. Glad you're here tonight. Welcome to the show. Oh no, Mikey, I'm gonna need you to not do that. I've had a couple of Coke and Jamesons, so let's not do that.
I can't. I gotta pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up on another.
Aaron Marie saying, "What's up, buddy?"
Hola. What's up? What's up?
All right, before we get too deep into all of this, we've got Jello on the chat as well, saying happy birthday, Jello. Thank you, appreciate that. But before we get too deep, we got to give a few thank yous. I want to say thank you to Ross and the boys from Labor 12 for the intro outro music. Track's called Head Rush, album's called Monsters, and right now you can hear the first track from their second album. They've been working hard on it. You head over to labor12.com. That's laborxii.com. Check it out. They've got some really good stuff going on. Want to say thank you to Joseph and American Legacy for the Not Your Average merch, hats, beanies, bandanas. We got all sorts of good stuff. Thank you to Blind Ambition Studios for all of our awesome graphics. Thank you to the WrestlingSociety.com for putting us in their podcast room. Always appreciate that. And, of course, thank you to the one that makes it all happen, makes it all run. Thank you to the guy. Patrick, appreciate what you do. And you may be saying to yourself, what does Patrick do? He does everything. If you need somebody to run a camera, he's the guy. You need somebody to build a website like NotYourAverageMark.com. He's the guy. If you need somebody to put together a Discord so we can do watch-alongs of, Raw and SmackDown and PLEs, he's the guy.
The guy.
So, Patrick, thank you for what you do. Appreciate you. We've got happy birthday from the Texan Tag Team Podcast. Appreciate you. There's all sorts of stuff going on here. I do appreciate everybody being here tonight. Always love having everybody here. But let's talk a little SmackDown, shall we?
We shall. We shall.
So we kick off some SmackDown with the one and only Cody Rhodes. Or at least we kind of started it off with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. Cody Raheem.
Cody Raheem. I still can't get past that. There's a reason they call me Raheem.
Yeah. I can't believe he actually said it, but he said it.
I'm kind of happy he said it. Oh, we got Stitch Artemis in here. Said happy birthday. Appreciate that. Where's my – no, see, it's my birthday. Where's my pie?
Poontang pie.
No, not that pie. Damn. So we got Cody Rhodes. He shows up, says, Atlanta. What do you want to talk about? Well, apparently Atlanta wanted to talk about Jacob Fatu because his music hits. And out comes the werewolf. And he said, you know what? I had you beat. I had Sammy beat. And you know it. I didn't even want no beef with you. I just wanted Drew McIntyre. But no, you got to come get all up in my face, get all stupid. And I had you beat. And he starts talking about, I want Drew McIntyre. And Nick Aldis comes out and says, whoa. I knew this was going to happen because, I'm the GM and I know these things. So I told Drew he's got the night off. So I'm just going to need you to take a breath, calm down, because I gave Drew the night off until Drew is up in the suite and says, oh, by the way, I do have the night off, but I'm up in the suite. I bought it for the night. And goes off and severely upsets Jacob Fatu. At this point, Cody's just like,
I don't think upsetting Jacob Fatu is hard to do.
no, he seems to get angry quite easily.
Yeah.
Well, it ends up they start pushing Jacob back to the back, and Aldis is like, come with me. Hey. Easy, big guy. Come with me. The sun's getting low. We need you to calm down and come talk to me. So they go to the back. And later in the night, I'm gonna go ahead and address this now because I thought it's something we need to talk about. Later in the night, they find Drew backstage, and Drew's talking about, no, seriously, I'm about to leave, but I am your champ, blah blah blah. And Nick Aldis says, I suggest you leave, and because if you keep pushing me, I'll show you what I can do. And looks at the belt, and I'm thinking, are we gonna get Nick Aldis back in the ring?
I think we blew an opportunity not doing it against Randy, but I would love to see it.
See some Magnus versus Drew.
That does make sense. They couldn't sell it, so.
Yeah, I mean, Mike in the chat saying, the IWC was saying that was a good cover for WWE not being able to sell the suite. There's a lot of things being said about WWE right now. We're going to get into that. Jello saying Jacob's Achilles heel is temper. Drew's Achilles heel is ego. Cody's Achilles heel is family. I hadn't really looked at it like that, but you're right.
Yeah, no, 100%.
We go from this into Ilya Dragunov versus Tama Tonga. I have more and more, as I see them, become an Ilya Dragunov fan.
Oh, he's a beast. And when he came back from his injury, he was so yoked.
Oh, yeah. And, new tattoo and the whole nine. Oh, look, it is the cutest co-host ever in life.
Braylon.
Say hi, Braylon. Love it. Mikey saying he's a Tonga fan. That's
Bye-bye.
Okay.
I've always been a Tama Tonga. I've always enjoyed the Gorillas of Destiny. So Tama Tonga being in there, I love the fact that they're giving him more singles opportunities as opposed to just being part of I guess you can't call them the Gorillas right now, but instead of just being in part of the group, they're giving him a lot more opportunities as a singles wrestler. But like was the case in this, it took interference from Tonga Loa to set Tama up to get the win. If they'd gone a little longer, I think maybe Tama could have pulled it off. After it's all said and done, Solo Sikoa gets in the ring and he tries to give a promo. Crazy Dragunov comes flying in the ring, jumping at Solo Sikoa, and then gets a 5-on-1 beatdown from the MFTs. Of course, Matt Cardona, Apollo Crews show up, but they get beat up as well. And then we get Uncle Howdy up on the screen saying, I'm coming next week. I'm coming to the ring alone. Can you? So I'm interested to see how that one turns out.
Yeah, I've loved all the little pokes to Tama, like doing his own thing, with Shinsuke talking to him and, the stuff with the Good Brothers and everything, I love that. It's going to be great when it does happen.
Now, do you think he does a singles thing, or do you think he actually leaves the MFTs, or he turns on the MFTs, or just has more singles matches?
I think the MFTs will turn on him, kind of, or I don't know. Maybe the MFTs will. Maybe Solo will get the Roman and get kicked out. I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see how it turns out one way or the other. But I do think you're right in the fact that Tama Tonga is going to be moving his way towards more solo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here
he's
for it.
Yoked too. Crazy.
Say what?
I said he's yoked too. He came back from injury absolutely massive.
Speaking of absolutely massive, this brings out Jade Cargill so she can brag about the fact that she beat Jordan Grace, which is no easy task. Like I'll give Jade that. She won against Jordan Grace, and that's not easy to do. But she did say she's going to be at Raw for Liv Morgan's decision on who she's going to face. I like that they're keeping the character with Jade Cargill, but I'm going to need her to do some things. You know?
She's pretty basic. I mean, that's what I hate. Her whole title run. You know, people didn't like Tiffany's title run because she didn't have anyone to go against. I would argue that Jade's title run is worse because she's just
Who has she gone against other than Jordan Grace?
Yeah, no, yeah, that's it.
Looking over the chat, Mikey saying, I'm thinking by November we could have a Finn and Tonga reunion. I'd be all right with that. Jello saying only because Jordan let her. That was it. Jordan let her do it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Now, there was an interesting moment. Charlotte Flair coming out for her match against Kiana James, Nia Jax. Of course, the winner going on to the to be, I believe, the final. Was it the final? No, next to the last person in the women's elimination chamber. And there was a moment between her and Jade that, are we setting things up? Are we finally going to do Jade versus Charlotte?
I think you have to at some point. And we haven't got there yet. Totally thrown off by that match. Did not expect it to go the way it went.
Oh, you and me both.
Totally expected Charlotte Flair in the chamber.
Oh, you and me both. And it was a good match, like all the way around. Flair and Kiana James did a good job trying to keep Nia out of the fight, teaming up when they needed to, but still not not friendly with each other. Nia still got her licks in for sure, but in the end,
always does.
Kiana James takes the win, which I was 100% surprised about. I was with you. I thought Charlotte was going to take it. And so when Kiana won, I'm like, okay.
I see you.
As far as this match, though, can we talk about the Spanish Fly? Maybe one of my favorite moves in all of wrestling. And yes, it took them a little bit to set it up, but man, it looked good when they did it.
Yeah, no, it was beautiful.
Like I could watch that over and over. Looking over to the chat, Mikey says, do some things equals defend the belt. Yes, it does. You are absolutely right, sir. Jello, it was a cool pin that was almost botched. I was so concerned for Charlotte Flair's shoulder in that pin because of the way her arms were and the way Kiana was turning her shoulders to get the pin. I honestly thought her elbow or her shoulder one was finna give. But it didn't. So
thank goodness.
It was a pretty awesome pin that was seconds away from disaster. So we go from that to Kit Wilson versus Oba Femi. Okay, I think we all knew how this was going to go.
Yeah.
Okay?
Not surprising.
Like I haven't met anybody that thought that Kit Wilson was going to win this match.
Yeah, I love Kit Wilson's character work right now. Fantastic. He don't need a bunch of screen time. He just captivates. It's awesome. It's entertaining.
It is very entertaining. And having him, like, even though we knew how this was going to play out, having him do the poem and then Oba telling him, read me another one. And he's like, I don't have another one. He's like, read it. Okay. Like, I liked that. I thought it was good. It was very, very entertaining. Although, in the end, as we all know, Oba Femi absolutely decimated him, which, of course, makes him toxic. Yeah, I did that. No, I don't know what the timeline is on Evan Prince as far as his injury goes, but I don't know that you put them back together because I think Kit Wilson is doing really, really well with this new character.
Yeah, I think it's hard to. And hopefully he gets well soon, but it seems like it's going to be a pretty lengthy shelf.
It does seem to be a lengthy recovery.
So hope he's making the most of. You get a lot of tag teams that whenever one person gets hurt, they both go on a shelf for a little bit, and I'm glad that they didn't do that with Kit. So
no, I'm with you on that. I'm glad he had a character in the back pocket that he could bring out, complete with pearls and poetry. All right, so that takes us into Tiffany Stratton versus Alba Fire. TV 10.
TV time.
This match had some good spots, like Alba Fire hitting the tornado DDT or hitting the suicide dive, or Tiffy hit the PME and it looked amazing. But is it just me, or did this seem kind of filler match?
Very much so. I agree.
Don't get me wrong, having Chelsea Green out there, and I said this the minute we found out she was legit injured, you have to keep her on television.
Yep.
She may be one of the most entertaining superstars. And notice I didn't say women, superstars in all of WWE. Like, I legit believe that.
Definitely. You know who doesn't believe that?
Who doesn't
Michael
believe that?
Hayes.
Who?
Michael Hayes.
Yeah, we don't listen to him. No, I think we all kind of had an idea where this one was going, but it was good seeing Chelsea out there. It was good to see Tiffy get that win, going into Elimination Chamber this Saturday. I don't know if I'm not sure if she has a match tomorrow or not. I would assume so.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Mikey says Tiffy needs more reps before the Chamber. I don't know if Tiffy's ready for the Chamber. Like, the Chamber is unlike anything else. But we're going to find out this Saturday for sure. That takes us into Carmelo Hayes versus Damian Priest versus Trick Willie. The boy will be back shortly. It's time for little girl to go to bed. This was a good match. Even on paper, this sounded like a good match. And it didn't disappoint. Like, we got everybody to get a little bit of shine. It's a good mixture. Of course, Damian Priest is that just straight up, I'm going to whoop you kind of mentality. Trick Williams is big with the power. And you've got Carmelo Hayes who can high fly. So it's a good mixture there as far as I'm concerned. In the end, Trick Willie gets the win, hits the trick shot on Priest. So he makes his way into the Chamber. And so, hold on just a second. Looking over here at the chat, Mikey says, listen to Taker's podcast. P.S. Hayes gets more into the Chelsea stuff that ended up on the cutting room floor. I'll have to look into that. I just recently listened to the 6 Feet Under podcast with Cody Rhodes, and that was a good one. I don't know how old that one is. It came on after another podcast I listened to, but it was a good one. I enjoyed it. So I'm interested to hear from the chat. What are your thoughts about Trick Williams? Like, do we think he's as money as he says he is? I kind of do. I'll go ahead and give my opinion now. I think Trick Williams is the next embodiment of the character of The Rock. He's already got the attitude and the swag for it. He's already getting the catchphrases like his lemon pepper steppers. Like Mikey saying, bro is a star. He really is. I think personally that him, Braun Breaker, and Javon Evans on the men's side of things. That's the future of WWE right there. That's the next decade of WWE programming is those three. Bronson Reed, you could throw him in there as well. Like, there are some really, really strong up-and-comers that are making an impact, and they're going to be, like I said, the next decade of WWE programming. He's catching fire. I agree, Mikey. He is catching fire indeed. That takes us to Julia versus Rhea Ripley. Now, originally, this was supposed to be Io Sky versus Julia. but was changed. So, and I'm not 100% sure what the change was for, why the change happened, but change did happen. It's Rhea Ripley instead of Io. It was a great match. Both of these ladies are like uber talented, and I don't know about you guys, but this gave me more of a taste of the aggressive side of Julia. Like, Julia's a great talent. We already knew that, but we got to see her be a lot more aggressive in this match going up against Mommy. So I am a fan. I like that that's where we went with this. There were a few times that I was like, I don't know that I don't know that Rhea's going to win this, because my thought was that Rhea was going to win this. Unfortunately, we'll never find out, because the match was thrown out because Lash Legend and Nia Jax came out, beat the hell out of Rhea, which brought out Io Sky for the save, and they cleared the ring. And I believe we're going to get much more of Io Sky and Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax and Lash Legend. I think that's a foregone conclusion. That takes us to the main event of the night, Randy Orton versus Aleister Black. So this one's been building for a little while. Like, Aleister Black has been goading Randy Orton for a little while now. So to see that they're going to go ahead and have this match was good to see. It's a hard-hitting match, but we kind of knew it would be.
We came to tell Papa night night because she was like screaming, Papa night night, Papa night night.
Oh,
So,
okay.
night night,
Night-
Papa.
Night-night, Braylon.
All right, I'll be back.
Isn't she like the cutest? You know, we knew this was going to be a hard-hitting match. What I like is we had a lot of counters. Like, we're running the ropes, we hit the counters, and it's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And Randy was able to hit the Drake DDT a couple of times, right up until Drew McIntyre showed up, sends the title to Randy's face hole, and one black mass later, Aleister Black is the winner of the match. 1, 2, 3. Mikey says, reminds me of another character that has been released. And what character is that, Mikey? Lay it on us. What you got? All in all, it was a decent showing for SmackDown. Like, I enjoyed it. It wasn't really something to write home about. It's one of those SmackDowns where, yeah, that's kind of what I thought was Cross. It's one of those things where I've seen better SmackDowns, but I've seen worse SmackDowns. So it's kind of in the middle for me. I'm going to go ahead and give it a B. I can live with a B rating for SmackDown. That's going to take us into Raw. But before we go in there, I do want to remind everybody, go through all the socials, click all the things, the likes, the follows, the bells. You know, I'm sure there's a site out there where you can click the jiggly bits. Just wherever you can click all the things. It helps our algorithm. It helps us know what people like, what people don't, who's looking, who's not. So if you haven't done it already, please go through and click all the things for the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling podcast. That's going to take us into Monday Night Raw. And the opener was a who's who. Of course, they're in Atlanta, Georgia. The night's supposed to be for a tribute to AJ Styles. We start off with Michael Cole and Corey Graves in the ring. Then we get interrupted by Gunther, who's like, this is a travesty and you should be talking about me. And then we get interrupted by Pierce, who's like, oh, no, you don't. You're not doing this. We're not. Nope. I knew you were going to come out here. No. See, don't click the promo thing. No. Pierce is like, I knew you were going to do this. I knew it. This ain't about you. Come on, to the back. And Gunther's like, I'm not leaving because you told me to. I'm leaving because I want to. And then the good Lord threw a Dragon Lee at Gunther because he came out of nowhere, fell straight from the sky. They fight for a second, get pulled apart, and finally start getting Gunther to the back, and here comes Cody. What's Cody Rhodes doing on Raw? Well, he's from Atlanta, Georgia, so of course they brought out Cody Rhodes, who begins to talk, gets interrupted by the Vision. And it's funny because Paul Heyman started to do the whole ladies and gentlemen, and he's getting the Dominic Mysterio treatment. Like they're booing him so loudly you can't hear him, which Logan Paul took exception to and started doing the talking for him. What a way to start Raw. Like we're going to bring everybody out in the first few minutes. Of course, the Vision comes out because Big Bronson Reed has a qualifying match, which is actually the first match of the night. Before we go to a commercial on that, Jey Uso makes his way out. And then, of course, El Grande Americano is the third member of that match. And it was a good one. But let's talk about that match for a second. Of course, everybody gets their shine like they should. But I 100% fully believe that the ending of that match had to be changed due to the injury to Bronson Reed, which we later found out was a torn bicep, which, oh, that sucks. I 100% believe that Bronson Reed was supposed to win that match. And judging by the way the referee was talking to Jey while he was down on the floor, I'm sure that he was like, all right, he's injured. This is bad. We're changing the finish. You need to go over. And that's exactly what happened. Jey gets the win here, so he shores up the final spot in the Elimination Chamber for the men. Jello makes a very valid point. The only original Vision member that is not injured is Paul Heyman. That's true. And he keeps running his mouth, and I don't know how long that's going to be true. I do think that there's a ripple effect here because I think that Bronson Reed was supposed to make an impact. I don't necessarily think that he was supposed to win the Elimination Chamber, but I feel like he was supposed to make an impact on the Elimination Chamber. So it's kind of got a ripple effect here. J-Reb says, I think the Vision needs a new Oracle. This one can't see the future. I agree. Like, I don't know where you go from here. Like when Seth got injured, okay, we have to pivot a little bit because Seth got injured. So now we're going to make Bronson Reed the guy. He's going to be the one. And then Bronson Reed gets injured. Or not Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker gets injured. So now we're going to make Bronson Reed the guy. And now Bronson Reed is injured. So if I'm Logan Paul or Austin Theory, I'm like, nope, I'm not the guy. I ain't the one. I don't want to be the one because every time somebody's the one, they get injured and they're done. But where, with all the pivots, where do you go from here? Do you bring Brock over to the Vision? Like how do you move forward if you're the Vision? How does creative move the Vision forward? I think you almost have to bring Brock over and let him run for a little while. We got Jello in the chat saying we so want to see Heyman get stomped by the Masked Man. I think that would be awesome. I really do. And Heyman's proved in the past that he can still take a bump. Like, he got, what was it, Madison Square Garden? He got put through the announce table. Like, he can still take a bump. Mikey saying the replay of the pin breakup was sick looking. It really was. Like, you could almost already see a dark spot on his bicep. And from what I understand, the type of, and I don't remember what the word was, the medical term, but the type of bicep tear that he has to do with the tendons that attach the bicep to the bone being torn. So that requires surgery quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, it does. You know what else requires surgery?
What's that?
This ugly mug right here.
All right.
Oh, it's the other boy. What's up, son?
Got the whole chair ready.
Look, we got the original crew back together. What is this?
It's happening. It's happened. We're living in the moment, in the present. So good to be here. Oh, man. It's great to see your face here on the camera. Fantastic to see everyone in the chat. Man,
Welcome
really
back to the
good to be
podcast, son.
Just a happy birthday.
back. And
Yeah, I'm all
what's-
excited now.
Right? Yeah.
We
What's even
we back to
greater,
the original crew.
Yeah, we had to throw it back, you know. It's a throwback day for old Pop's birthday. Gotta let him know. Happy birthday. I'm sure we had those out already. But happy birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate
Great
it.
stuff. Great stuff.
We've got Mikey in the chat said, "What? It's never here, and the other never here."
Beating the allegations today.
we got Aaron Marie saying, "Hi, Hunter."
There he is. How's it going, man? Glad to see you guys.
So what we're talking about right now is Bronson Reed's injury on Raw, bicep tear. Where do you go from here with the vision? The only thing I can see in what I was saying earlier was you have to move Brock over to the vision.
I mean, yeah, I could see that. I mean, that's the only thing you can do.
Like, unless there's somebody in the box that's going to show up and be part of the vision, I don't know what you do.
I was about to say, I saw that there's still like hope, like there's still belief that Braun Breaker will be back by WrestleMania, but expecting Logan and Austin Theory to carry the load, which granted, both extremely talented, but neither are the force that is Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Braun Breaker more so than Bronson Reed, but
Right.
Oh, no, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, that would be interesting right there if he came back with enough time to set it all up. Because they were basically back on track at that point.
bingo.
Mikey dropping in with the breaking news. Reed was taken to Alabama for surgery Tuesday morning.
Yeah, no, we knew it was coming.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is the kind of injury that you have to get surgery for.
Not true. Have you seen Penta's arm?
I mean, that's fair. But it's the tendon that holds the bicep to the bone that tore.
Goodness gracious. Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So yeah, you kind of have to have surgery for that.
If he wants any hope of the career, yeah. Gonna have to make it
into
happen.
his curtain.
Well, between now and WrestleMania, says the Ion, because none of them are involved. No. Recovery time is 9 to 13 months, is what Mikey's saying for Bronson Reed surgery.
Mm.
I will say for Braun Breaker, for the injury he had, for the hernia that he got, his in-ring time is going to be, there's going to be some time there, but his ability to come back and be on television, that's going to be a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have that injury that keeps him off of TV.
So you think that's where we're seeing the turn go, or how are we feeling like he's going to do some kind of marketing kind of deal, get out his suit and everything for a little bit?
Braun Breaker don't wear a suit.
Well, yeah, I know, but yeah,
He
The
got too much
basic-
of Uncle Scott in him for that.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, there's a 33 1/3% chance that Braun Breaker will wear a suit. No, I feel like we see Braun Breaker on television between now and WrestleMania to help build whatever it is they're going to do at the Vision. Even if he can't be involved physically, I do feel like he's there to help build whatever they're going to do at the Vision.
I think whatever's going to happen with, hopefully Braun Breaker's back. I still think we get Seth and Braun at WrestleMania. I think it will still line up for that. But you have to go there somehow, some way, at some point. The Vision can't end without Seth Rollins ending it.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I think it's going to be more of a SummerSlam kind of thing.
instead of WrestleMania.
Yep.
Okay.
Mikey says Scotty will let him use his main event Mafia suit. All right, so that takes us to Liv Morgan. Made her decision for who it is she wants to go against at Mania.
No,
she came out. I mean, was pretty straight up with Stephanie Vaqueros. Like, I didn't realize the struggle you had until you said something to me, and it made me get introspective. Now, I have been here for 10 years, and what have I done? And hearing all of that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't know your struggle. And then says, and which made it very easy for me to make my decision for Mania. And she looks over at Jade Cargill and then turns around and decks Stephanie Vaquero with a mic.
Wham.
You want to talk about an easy payday for Jade Cargill? All she had to do was stand there. She had to talk. She had to just stand there and watch Stephanie Vaquero get her ass beat. That's all she had to do.
Easy day at the office.
Yeah, just have to not blink and you get your paycheck. Great day.
Pretty much. So, WrestleMania will be Liv Morgan versus La Primera, Stephanie Vaquero.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Takes us to Maxine Dupree versus Natty, not Natalya. Do not call her Natalya.
No.
That's Natty Neidhart. Maxine started strong in this one, but about halfway through the match, she ended up getting knocked out. Do I think she was actually knocked out? Of course not. But she played it so well. Like Natty's picking her up by the hair, and she's like, okay. Like she sold the shit out of it.
These days, stuff like that is not something you really like see too. Like, it's always just about the big picture, and just making the big moments big. But seeing stuff like that continue this far into development and this many changes with newer talent getting limelight, it's great stuff. It's great stuff. Really setting an example coming up to Mania.
Now it was good to show just the brutal force that is Natty Neidhart, because like she says, Natalya elevates, Natty decimates, and that's exactly what happened. However, this felt forced.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why we went to mid-match, went to the knockout. Like I don't quite understand it.
My best guess would be they just needed like a gimmick instead of really just like letting it play out into a gimmick, as they were just the guys in the office, that is, were just so dead focused on, well, when this happens, then everything changes. But before then, you got to make it a normal match. And so that's my best guess for something like that, is they just didn't really care to give it enough time and let it develop into something full. They just slapped, this is what's happening, and that's about it.
Basically, they just want they're selling this decimator Natty,
And we just haven't seen it. So they're like, well, we got to do something.
We have to do something.
Do you think that her rivalry with Becky was the peak for Maxine? Because I'm hearing a lot of people say that.
It's hard not to. I think they need to get her away from this Natty stuff. It needs to end, and it probably should have ended already. But at least by after Saturday, or I guess next Monday, it needs to be she needs to go on to something else.
Yes.
And Natty needs to go on to something else, because I think this drawn out mess is just hurting the both of them. But
I will tell you this. There is one explanation, and I kind of threw this out there a week or so ago. And that is, and follow my logic here. Natty hurts Maxine, who's friends with AJ Lee.
mm-hmm.
AJ Lee has come out to help Maxine win the title with the distraction. Anytime Maxine's been hurt, she's come out to check on her, all that good stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
AJ Lee has a match with Becky Saturday at Elimination Chamber in Chicago. AJ Lee wins the belt from Becky and then turns around, and Natty comes after her, threatens to hurt Maxine again if you don't give me the match, and we get AJ Lee versus Natty at Mania. Natty wins the IC title, carries it for a bit.
Oh,
I can see
okay.
that. Okay.
Right. Okay. Because we got in the chat right here is really the other strain of logic being, just what they're the other route for what they have set up with Maxine coming up to help AJ win. But if they save that and just let the match be good, because it will be, the Becky AJ Lee don't need anything.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, and then save it for like what you're saying. I mean, really
Now, keep in mind, AJ Lee's first singles match in a decade.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
No better person to have it against.
Literally, yeah.
But no, Jello, that could absolutely be a way this goes, and that's what I'm loving about WWE programming right now. Could go this way, absolutely plausible. Could go this way, absolutely plausible. Like there's so many different directions it could go that work.
Right. I think something worth noting with all the like toxicity that's just enveloping a lot of communities in general is like WWE, Triple H, they've been doing all right recently, understanding what WWE fans are now. Because back then, it was people watching guys fight, and it was still a revelation to understand that this stuff is staged and planned out. But nowadays, we're getting to see stuff that people like us, the not your average marks, get to look at and speculate on multiple different avenues with as much stuff as they can really handle. Because, like you're saying, they're just making everything plausible with one way, this way, or that way, and not really nailing in the coffin till it's day of.
The creative has gotten a lot better, in my opinion, since Trips has taken over.
This is probably a veer off with this. My only issue is they do that with everything, and not everything needs that. That's my only complaint about.
I'll agree with that.
No, Triple H loves long-term storytelling. We don't need to see a guy in a mask for 8 weeks. We don't. I promise you. Like, it doesn't have to be that way.
Right, yeah.
J-Reb saying stage, them are some fighting words. So, we were talking about him earlier. Brock Lesnar returns to Monday Night Raw with, of course, Paul Heyman. In one show, Paul Heyman was referred to as the Wise Man by Austin Theory, the Oracle by Michael Cole, and the Advocate he called himself the Advocate for Brock Lesnar. So are we doing like a best of Paul Heyman?
Man, I'm going to need the next WWE 2K to come out where I can use all Mick Foley's against all Paul Heyman's and see who's going to come out on top.
You know what? I'm here for that. I think that would be great.
I think Paul Heyman is the one thing that can manage to keep the vision afloat until Braun Breaker comes back.
Right.
But
No, absolutely he is. Paul Heyman, it may be one of the most genius minds in wrestling, in professional wrestling today, as far as creative, as far as making things work, as far as throwing ideas out. If you've got Paul Heyman with a pencil, you're moving the right direction.
Right. And it's crazy that we can give a credit like that, which he very much deserves, to a guy that doesn't even wrestle. I mean, the dude don't even wrestle, but making all this greatness happen. One of the best actors I've ever seen, is just, if he's got a character in mind, he's going to play it all the way. And I love it so much. Like you said, hopefully and almost assuredly, he's going to make some fun stuff with the next coming weeks to keep the vision, relevant and something that people are still worried about.
I'll say Paul Heyman single-handedly made the Bloodline 2.0 interesting while Roman was gone for 2 months.
Right.
Yeah. No, 100% you're right. And he's doing the same thing with Brock because, a lot of times, granted it hasn't been that much during the Triple H era, but a lot of times it's Brock show up, Brock beat people up, Brock leave. And we're not getting that this time. We're getting an open challenge at WrestleMania.
What do you think?
And Paul Heyman straight up saying, I looked everybody in that locker room in the eyes, and not a single one of them has the balls, has the testicular fortitude, as Mick Foley would say, to answer this open challenge at WrestleMania to face Brock Lesnar and take the beating of their life.
So, just early indicators. Who do you think? Who's your early pick for this open challenge?
Oh, God, I want it to be Oba so bad.
Oh,
Dude.
why did I
Like,
think you
so bad I want it to be Oba Femi.
Dude. Do you think it's gonna happen though?
I mean, they had the moment at
They had to stare down at Rumble.
where he said, "Not right now. It's not the time." WrestleMania.
Very well. Could.
Mikey with a good question regarding what we were talking about with Paul Heyman. Says that Paul Heyman's a big fan of Penta. Could he possibly recruit him?
I think that would be completely contingent on when either Braun Breaker's coming back or like what the next step is for like the story, how long in between. I think if there's a good bit of time that they probably will go that route. That's really not a bad idea at all.
I think Penta needs something.
Literally,
Besides-
yeah, dude.
We're almost to that 1.5 year point. This is pulling back the curtain for some people. I think I've said it once or twice on the podcast before, but it's pulling the curtain back for those who haven't heard it yet. Sooner or later, we're going to get the Lucha Brothers back together. But there was a 1.5 years. It was written in their contracts when they left AEW. For 1.5 years, they're not allowed to wrestle as the Lucha Brothers in America. So they're not allowed to tag team in America for 1.5 years.
I think, well, first off, the tag division, they need to unify the titles. That needs to happen.
That does need to happen.
Right? Yeah. I don't even know how we got this far with it like that.
So Mikey's saying, and this is one I hadn't thought about, but it's not a bad look. Royce Keys versus Brock Lesnar at Mania. Oh, Powerhouse Hobbs.
I'm just not. I've never been like big on Powerhouse Hobbs. That wouldn't put my butt in the seat. That would be something I'd be like, all right, it's time to go get a snack. You know, that's just me personally. Oh,
Well, I
but Femi
get you.
comes out, snacks can wait.
There needs to be a shirt. Oh, but Femi comes out. Snacks can wait.
Snacks can wait.
What I don't know that I would put Royce Keys up against Brock Lesnar. What I would like to see though is Royce Keys, and once he's back from injury, Bronson Reed.
Oh.
Because they set that moment up as well at the Royal Rumble where Bronson Reed goes to run over Royce Keys and Royce Keys stands his ground, and Bronson Reed had his look on his face like, what?
Right. Yeah.
What just happened here?
Yep. So what, man? I mean, that's a good point. Yeah, that was pretty much all the fuel was going to that fire till Bronson got hurt. So if not coming in with Paul, like what could he, or not coming in with Brock? Sorry, what could he really do?
I mean, it makes a point. That takes us to Javon Evans, that boy bouncy, versus Kofi Kingston, the original bouncy.
I like floaty, maybe. That might be a little better.
I'm just saying Logan Paul didn't come to the ring with Offset. I'm just saying Javon Evans brought Offset to the ring with him.
It wasn't okay to slide wearing a prime bottle.
Mikey saying whichever way would be cool to have the 60-second Goldberg style squash for it. I could see it. Javon Evans, Kofi Kingston, great match. It's always fun to watch Javon Evans work. Like, that dude is going to be a superstar if he can stay healthy. Like, I don't know how long you can put your body through the things that boy does.
Yeah, no, it's tough.
That being said, the way he landed his moonsault Like that was flat-footed, straight-legged, and I am so surprised. And I attribute it all to the fact that that boy is 21 years old, that he didn't blow out a knee.
Right.
So did you see the like, not only is he like insanely athletic and he has a fantastic future, he's like learning the nuances of just like did you see him like push Kofi into place for the cutter? Crazy.
No,
Yeah,
he's go ahead.
I was definitely very well pleased by the decision to put Kofi in there. I'm a big fan of Kofi's one of the greater vets that could still, shovel out some real knowledge to like mid carders right now. And I was very, very happy to see them set up because just like you're saying, he's showing some of that vet level talent that I'm sure he's getting from working with some of these guys like Kofi.
Randy.
Yeah.
Well, and I think Kofi's the perfect person to put in the ring with Javon Evans because Kofi has been Javon Evans,
Right.
years ago. So he can show him, okay, this is what I did, and this is where it messed up, and this is what the crowd liked, and this is what the crowd didn't like, and this is how you can do this, and this is how you can do that. And I've heard people say that Javon Evans is a sponge when it comes to vets talking to him.
I mean, yeah, I can
He
tell.
wants to hear everything they want to say.
You can see it. I mean, it's crazy. The only thing he don't listen to is quit putting himself in harm's way.
Right.
That's the only
Yeah.
thing he don't listen to.
That's what he's got to listen to.
I said I was concerned about him blowing out his knee, and J-Reb saying he will if he's not careful. Knees can only take so much. J-Reb knows. Like he's had them knee issues before, so he's got to be careful. Mikey's saying he will break Randy's record. I believe it. I 100% believe it.
Right, if he stays healthy, yeah.
And Jello's saying we need Javon Evans versus Montez Ford stat.
See, with that
Can
one,
you imagine?
yeah, that I think would be fantastic. I low-key hope that they set something like that up. Because once Javon's like pretty well versed to, they let loose of the reins a good bit for him, I think that should be his first like real big, I'm my own guy. I've got all of these tools at my disposal. I'm not up and coming anymore. I think that would be great because those are two guys that are very similar right now,
Oh yeah. No, I'd be here for it. Absolutely 100%.
Yeah, that's great right there.
So we go out of that to the CM Punk promo. So this is why Punk is so good at what he does.
Fantastic.
He took Finn Balor's promo where Finn Balor was like, what if this happens? What if this happens? What if that happens? And he played into that. He's like, what if this happens? What if that? Well, I don't operate on what ifs. What if Roman Reigns comes back, which gets the whole crowd chanting OTC? What if Roman Reigns shows up at Indianapolis on Monday, which he's going to? What if I punch him in the face? I don't operate on what ifs. He's gonna be there on Monday, and I am gonna punch him in his stupid face. So I thought it was a good use of Finn Balor's promo going into his match with, like, in just that promo with the what ifs, he went through his match with Finn Balor at Elimination Chamber into the probable match at Mania with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
So he's a master at what he does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Especially right now. I mean,
I think this is the best. I think even Cody said it. Like, this is the best we've ever seen CM Punk. I mean, and that's saying a lot because he was fantastic in the early 2010s.
oh yeah.
No, I agree with you, and I'm here for it. And take the fact that both CM Punk and AJ Styles have championship matches in Chicago, hometown. Like, it's going. Elimination Chamber is going to be good.
Oh, dude, yeah. Elimination Chamber set up masterfully.
Speaking of which, we got to put one more person in the women's elimination chamber, and that match is Io Sky versus Kairi Sane versus Raquel Rodriguez.
Honestly, maybe it's been a while, but we had a podcast, probably it's been like 6-7 months ago now, where talking about, the women's division, the women's division. It wasn't shaping up to be as much as the men's, and it wasn't great because we had a lot of good talent. Now, fast forward to we need one more for Elimination Chamber, and we got big names that are on big matches.
No, absolutely. There's star power in this match, and that's what I love about this. It was an awesome match all the way around. We got to see what I would say is probably one of EO's best matches this year so far.
Ooh.
We got to see the power of Raquel Rodriguez and the beast that she is, and we got to see the high flying, just killer instinct, I guess you could say, of Kairi Sane. So, like, everybody got their chance to show out in this one. In the end, of course, Raquel Rodriguez gets the pin on Kairi Sane after she hits the Tejano bomb. And so she gets the last spot in the Women's Elimination Chamber, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. We're actually going to do some predictions. We come out of that into our tribute to AJ Styles, the reason everybody's here in Atlanta, GA.
Hey, Atlanta.
So, AJ Styles comes out to a huge pop, by the way.
Right.
I mean, he better. It's hometown.
Georgia boy.
He comes out, he talks about everything he's done, and he says, y'all have asked me, everybody wants to know why I didn't put my gloves in the ring in my last match, in my match against Gunther. It's because I wanted to do it at home. And he takes the vest off, lays the vest down, takes the gloves off, puts the gloves down. Yeah, see, I had the same response. I was like, he talked about, getting to be with his kids, and pointed his kids out in the crowd, pointed his wife out in the crowd. Said, I got the best wife in the world, and thank you for letting me do this. Thank everybody out there. And then we hear it. Dong. That's the Undertaker.
Yep.
Before I talk about him coming out, I do want to throw out there that when Paul Heyman said there's nobody in the back with balls enough to face Brock Lesnar, I so wanted to hear that gong go off right then.
Right? Yeah.
I take it full circle. He broke the streak, take it back to WrestleMania, and Taker beat Brock Lesnar. Oh, I so wanted that. You have no idea.
Oh man, your life would be complete as an Undertaker fan at that point.
You obviously didn't listen to his podcast with The Miz.
No, I didn't.
He said never.
Not there, never. So Taker comes out and said he looks down at the vest and the gloves, and looks back at AJ Styles, and looks back at the vest and the gloves. Said, "What? You just going to leave your stuff in the ring and leave?" AJ Styles had a look on his face like, yeah, that was kind of the idea. Says, you and I have unfinished business. And AJ's like, whoa, wait a minute. What are you talking about?
WWE universe was like, whoa, wait a minute.
He's like, yeah, you and I have unfinished business. And I got something to say to you. I need to tell you that it is my absolute honor to let you know you are the newest inductee into the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame, which was awesome.
Yeah. Dope.
Yeah, great for the fans, great for AJ. Awesome.
I love that we.
I was going to say, even Mikey says, Taker said we have unfinished business. I thought we were getting one more at Mania.
Yep.
I love that we're in a world today too where we don't get to just disregard the 20 years AJ was putting in before being at WWE too. We get to acknowledge that, especially with all you got Tama Tonga and Shinsuke, you got all these guys there that were part of it, so it's really cool. It was awesome. It was a cool.
Well, and the Good Brothers were there. They showed a backstage segment with the Good Brothers. Abyss in the mask.
In the mask. Yeah. I didn't even, Abyss.
Abyss was there. Like all of these people are gathered there, and I think it's awesome. Like, what was it? It was Tama Tonga at one point was a member of the Bullet Club.
Mhm.
Of course, the Good Brothers were a member of the Bullet Club. Like, you have all these people there that know they didn't go to the ring like we've seen in the past with like Ric Flair's retirement or this person's retirement, that person's retirement, but they were there and they made a presence and they showed it. And it was awesome. And it was the perfect ending for AJ Styles. His wife and his children come up in the ring. They have a big group family hug. It was awesome. I 100% loved everything about it. I wasn't crying. You were crying.
Right.
It'll never happen, but you know who needs to induct? Tell me who you think should induct him into the Hall of Fame.
AJ?
Yeah,
Ah,
and I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. It'll never happen. It won't happen, but
I don't know. Who do you think it should be?
it's got to be Samoa Joe.
Oh.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's got to be Joe.
Oh.
That is fair. It's got to be Samoa Joe. You're right.
That would be so sick.
Yeah, that's another thing. Jello's like they mentioned the Bullet Club on WWE television.
Oh. Beep Jeff Jarrett. It needs to be Samoa Joe. Jeff Jarrett
Jeff
doesn't
Jarrett.
hog the title in TNA, okay?
Don't hold back now. Tell me how you really feel.
What a terrible. He was worse than Triple H and his reign of terror.
Terror.
I'm gonna be straight. I dug, especially with the way it ended. I dug Raw this week. I give it a solid A. That was a solid A performance from WWE.
We got Undertaker and AJ. I'll give it an A plus.
Yeah, I'd have to go S tier 9.
We got
to be honest.
Brock, Taker, and AJ all in one. Yeah,
Bunch of Bullet Club Easter eggs, the Polaris. I mean, it had everything.
A plus.
All right, I go A plus with you. You've convinced me.
That's hard to do these days.
Mikey says, which AJ beat Jarrett for his first world championship. That's also true. So we've talked about the Elimination Chamber. Let's talk about what we think is going to happen in the Elimination Chamber. We're gonna fly through this one.
Okay.
Women's Elimination Chamber match: Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, Raquel Rodriguez. Who's winning that match? Go.
I think Raquel Rodriguez.
Really?
And they're gonna do something where she's gonna be like, I want to wrestle Stephanie Becker.
Okay.
I mean, they've already planted the seed. She's like, well, what if I win a world title? What if I won the Royal Rumble? Well,
Dissension between her and Liv.
Mhm.
Okay. I like it. Russ, what do you got?
I don't know. That's a pretty compelling argument right there. I don't know though. It's tough. It's really tough. I was kind of leaning towards Raquel myself. So for like what I really think is gonna happen, probably Raquel. I still think it, but yeah. Tiffany Stratton, very compelling argument for her there because we've had a lot of build up, but not a lot of results, not a lot of stuff that it's like once she's writing her resume for what she's done, it's going to be there. And I just feel like, they've got to do something. So they're going to push that way and kind of just start on a little tirade.
For me, who do I want to win? Alexa Bliss, because Alexa Bliss. Who do I think is going to win? I'm going to throw everybody off, and I'm going to say Rhea. Why? Because I want to see Rhea versus Jade
Crazy.
at WrestleMania.
But are they going to do it? That's the thing.
Well, no, whoever wins this, and that's the only reason I don't go with Raquel, is because Michael Cole said whoever wins the Women's Elimination Chamber is going against Jade Cargill.
Okay.
I want to see Rhea go against Jade Cargill.
All right. That's fair.
Yeah. I didn't catch that part where he said that that's just straight up.
I was hoping they would do something like that, but
I
So
mean,
that would be
Tiffy and
cool.
Jade would be good. Don't get me wrong, but we've done that.
Right?
okay.
I just think all the potential women's tag team title for Mania. Oh, there's going to be all sorts of craziness for that women's tag team title. All right. Men's Elimination Chamber. Randy Orton. LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and main event, Jay Uso. What you got? Let's talk about it.
Just kidding. It's not Jay. Gosh, the internet wrestling community would lose their mind if Jey Uso won. Oh my
Right.
gosh.
Yeah, shoot. Oh my lord.
Oh. Who do I want to win? I don't see a world where it's not Cody.
I see a world where it's the one, the only Trick Williams himself. Mhm.
Willie.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I'm going to tell you now that it's not going to be Cody. It is also not going to be Trick Willie.
Oh god.
Lemon Pepper Steppers are not. It's LA Knight's time. LA Knight is going to win the Elimination Chamber and go on to Mania.
So what do you do with all this Drew and Cody and Jacob build?
You build it, you continue to build it. I don't think. Yeah, I mean you can figure out what you need to do with that. I don't think LA Knight goes against Drew anyway.
That makes that's what do you mean?
I think Drew loses the title to Jacob, which allows Cody to go for the belt again because he only can't go for the belt while Drew has it.
Damn.
So I think Jacob takes the belt off of Drew, and I think we get Cody versus Jacob. And I'm not sure which one of them comes out of it, but whoever the winner of that match is who LA Knight's going against in at Mania.
So you're
That's why
predicting
I
some
say
title
LA Knight.
swaps before Mania.
Oh yeah, there will be title swaps before Mania.
Okay.
All right.
That's some interesting stuff right there. So this elimination chamber could potentially be real big in terms of setup for Mania. I mean, it always is, but
Jello says also it's got to be LA Knight. They got to stop passing him over, which I agree wholeheartedly.
that's a great point. Yeah, once I saw that, it's definitely been well past the great buildup he's gotten. And there's actual setup here. So there's a lot of people that'll definitely be mad if they didn't take this opportunity for him.
I just think it's somehow gonna be a triple threat between Drew, Jacob, and Cody at WrestleMania. That's what's
Right.
gonna happen. And I just don't know how they get there. Obviously, Jacob is gonna show up at Elimination Chamber. That's gonna happen. I do agree that
Of course.
Cody and Fatu get into it somehow. But I don't get how you have all this buildup and we don't have the three of them or a
Something
mixture
that's
of
not
one
really-
or two of the three at WrestleMania.
Mhm.
Well, but here's the thing, just to kind of cushion what I said earlier, which is more exciting? Cody Rhodes won the Elimination Chamber, and now it's him and Drew at WrestleMania, or Fatu took the belt off of Drew. Cody took the belt off of Fatu. Drew, and they're going for number one contendership. So we don't know who the champion's going to be at WrestleMania.
I mean, yeah. That would, yeah.
And then you've got LA Knight going, I don't care who it is.
Well,
I'm going to fight one of y'all.
Who do we got? Like, what do we really have between now and then for them to
Nothing.
accurately put those three to squash it before Mania?
There's probably going to be a Saturday night's main event somewhere in there.
Yeah, Saturday night's main event. And then I think, don't we have one at the end of March?
No, I don't think so. I think Mania is beginning of April, ain't it?
It's April
It-
16th.
Oh,
So even if we did have one at the end of March, is either of those or a combination of the two really enough time to warrant all this buildup for those guys?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You think so?
I will choose the boring answer, and I think my boy Raheem is going to win.
You think it's Raheem, huh?
Yeah, and I think he's gonna do it in a clean but dirty way. You know.
Clean but
Yep.
dirty way.
Mikey says we have 7 SmackDowns between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania.
That's crazy.
I'd say that's some time to build some stuff.
Yeah, but it's also been we've had 4 years of Triple H, and tell me like how many hot shot like title swaps has he had in his time booking? I don't think he's not a
Okay.
fan of the hot shot title booking.
You make a valid point.
I mean,
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Is he's always about the extravagant when it comes to his superstars. And so I'm kind of leaning towards I don't see those three really squashing their stuff until Mania. Because like what
yeah, I'm gonna be
Unless-
boring and
yeah.
say Cody.
where do you
I'm
think they
stick
could
with LA
go?
Knight.
Right? Yeah. Where do you think they could go after Mania if it was LA Knight? Because if they have something compelling there, then that might be worth doing.
He finished his story.
So speaking of titles, Women's Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch, the man, versus AJ Lee. What do you got?
AJ definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, AJ Lee, 100%. And it's setting up a match between AJ Lee and Natty at WrestleMania, where Natty's going to take the IC title.
Was that your bold prediction?
Wrestling God's talking to you on that one or what?
Yep.
All right. Lock it in.
Mikey makes a point. They did it with Rhea and Io right before Mania.
That's true. They did. That was pretty crazy. They did do. I did not expect that. You are very right. But they also turned it into a triple threat between them.
That's true. They did that.
You're
too.
saying we're going to see both.
So it's like, again, they did it to set up the triple threat. But it
Well,
doesn't
and-
make sense to do it and not have all three of them. I mean, I guess you could do a fatal four-way, but
Yellow has a valid point as well. WWE Creative is the ultimate swerve fest. They can give us whatever they want, and we're going to love it.
Right? Yeah.
shenanigans,
I mean, you're not wrong.
charcuterie.
So we all got AJ Lee in this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For
And
sure.
then finally, World Heavyweight Championship, CM Punk versus Finn Balor. Who does the thing?
I think Finn Balor went. No, I'm just kidding. CM Punk's winning. The Judgment Day are going to cost Finn. That's what's going to happen. But you don't book Roman and CM. That's one thing that you can talk about. They hot shot this all you want. Roman and CM Punk, that's not changing. That
No,
is
it's-
the marquee. That's the big poster is Punk and Roman.
And I'm with you on that. In the fact that I think that we get a very solid performance from Finn Balor.
Mhm.
And I think the Judgment Day gets involved,
I think
loses him the match. I think he gets mad at them, starts pushing JD and Dom around. They jump him out of the Judgment Day. And I think we get Finn Balor versus Dom at WrestleMania, but not just Finn Balor. Oh, no. We get the Demon
Yeah.
Finn Balor
I'm right there
versus
with you.
Dominic Mysterio, and the Demon Finn Balor. Although he won't continue to be the Demon after Mania, Finn Balor's going to win the IC title at Mania from Dom.
I like it.
Yeah,
I agree.
that's right where my head was at. Is Judgment Day's gone? Demon Lord himself is back. Demon Finn Balor.
Mikey says WWE says you're going to love it whether you like it or not.
Right? Yeah, and then they'll set up something for him at SummerSlam.
I think. I mean, the Mania is a 2-day card. If you don't, I just don't get that. He's gonna be. I think you're totally right. You're gonna get Demon at.
Yeah,
oh,
you get,
Mania.
yeah. I think we're getting that, and then like you said, we're getting the IC, and then that's gonna be his thing for SummerSlam. Is the whole building up for the IC title.
So you guys surprised me with showing up for my birthday, which I love you guys and I appreciate you doing that. But I got a little surprise for you now.
Oh no!
Oh,
You know, we're set up like an old school podcast, like we did, 3-4 years ago. So we're going to lightning round some top fives.
Okay.
We're going to go back to how we started. Top fives.
some top fives, man. That's a throwback right there.
So let's go ahead and do the first one. Top 5 moments in the PLE era, also known as the Triple H era.
2022 and on.
I'll start. Sammy turning on Roman.
Huge.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mine's gonna be my first one's gonna be a whole PLE, but it set the tone for everything that would be where we are today, and it's the Triple H's first SummerSlam that he booked.
Yeah, legendary moment right there.
I'll accept that.
Yeah. If I had to go with my number one, probably
Number one already?
number five. Number five, my fault. If I had to go with something for the PLE era to start it out with, would probably be, it's a little scrutiny here, but Logan Paul jumping from the middle of the third rope with a moonsault across half the ring. I mean, that, in my opinion, was a real. I need to take Triple H serious. This isn't some baby's first wrestling show. Like, we're really getting into the thick of it already.
My next one also has to do with the bloodline, and that's going to be Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defeating the Usos
Mhm.
to win the tag titles.
Only ever tag main event.
Yep.
I mean, you can't go the finishing the story. You can't. That's got to be in it. That was
Cody finishing the story, absolutely.
finishing the story. I'll put that at 4 for me.
Yeah. At 4, let me see. I think
I already know one that you need to say, but
I probably have it. I have all my bigger ones up. This is the one I was kind of blurry on. I'd probably say, actually, I would say Io Sky jumping from a cage with a trash can for the first time. A little outplayed now. Very much a little outplayed now.
Oh, no, it's tradition now.
Right, yeah. But I was genuinely shocked to see the women's division in that entire match do half of what they did, much less jump from the top of a cage with a trash can over your head. It was great stuff. It was really great stuff.
Mikey threw out what I had next on my list for number 3, which is, of course, the John Cena heel turn.
Why, but of course.
that was gonna be numero uno for me. But I guess for 3, also it's kind of lumped in with finishing the story, but the entire final boss story arc.
Final balls.
That may have been the best WrestleMania buildup of my lifetime. So
Ooh.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, yeah. That's real right there. That one was really good. What I have to say next, as kind of just because I was so happy to see it. It was so great. And I'll probably can kind of lump it in. Seeing with Triple H here, seeing CM Punk and AJ Lee back in the WWE is just greatness. I'm so happy.
I'll give you
Very
that.
happy. Really, more AJ Lee coming out was absolutely insane. Very, very great.
I agree. What are we on, number 2?
yeah,
Cena tapping to Gunther.
that
Mm,
it was expected. That's the only thing for me. But
infamous moment, in my opinion.
you CM Punk's return. I mean, I guess that's lumped in.
Yeah, my bad. I
Yeah.
took that from you.
Yeah.
That's still yours. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, I went bananas because we were watching it together and it went on like you all saw it, you all know. I was like, dang, it didn't happen. And then I love Cult of Personality. I mean, you'll hear me
Yeah.
just randomly throughout the day, just like all the time. I lost my mind.
Yeah, it was just great. So we're
What's
at
your
2
number
right
2?
now, right?
Yeah.
My number 2, man, this is tough. Which one I want to do? 1. Man, I don't know.
I mean, I have to think of another one because John Cena's heel turn was my number.
Right,
one.
yeah, that's where we're at. I'd have to say,
Oh, that's a good one, Mikey.
what's he got?
Oh.
Oh man,
kind
Yeah,
of
that-
expected also.
right? I'd have to say, honestly, Braun Breaker's first match. That was one of like the greatest and set up for future people like Jawan and Trick Williams. Just Triple H can handle some new talent coming in and making it happen with them. Not doing too much, not doing too little. I was very pleased with how the WWE as a whole looked with him. Love everything he's done since. It was a very great match and moment.
I'll give you that one. All right, my number one, the love letter to professional wrestling, John Cena versus AJ Styles in France.
That
In
Yeah.
France, man.
All right. My number one now will be probably the best match of the PLE era, in my opinion. Hell in a Cell, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk.
Ooh, dude.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I honestly, man, the only match that I think could even compete with that is my number one being when the Usos finally beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania before the finishing the story happened. What? Oh, dude. What
Bloodline
great.
Civil War.
Yeah, the Bloodline Civil War. What
Mhm.
great buildup, man. Oh my God. The first big story coming out. Oh, dude. I was just so invested in every punch of that match.
That was the first time Roman got pinned in like 2 years.
Right? Yeah. Oh gosh.
All right, we have one more top five. I have time for one more top five. And Mikey's right. That's another good one. I Show Speed getting cut in half in the Royal Rumble.
Oh, Jelly Rolls match too. That was also
Yeah, Jelly Rolls match.
That was quite a bit.
Yeah,
I did not
facts.
expect it to be that good.
All right, top five. And if you got the kids out here, then cover the ears. Top five oh shit moments all time.
All time. Oh, all time. Okay. I will do because I remember watching this live and wanting to throw something.
Number five.
Edge cashing in the very first Money in the Bank briefcase on a very bloody John Cena after an elimination chamber.
Oh my
You
God.
were an angry young man.
Grew up hating Edge because of the stuff like that. I got one in there like that too. Oh my gosh.
What's your
My-
number five?
My number five is probably the like original OMG moment, which set up like thousands of what the commentators would be like, well, by God. That's when Hulk
That
Hogan.
is the worst JR ever in life.
I'm a little sick, okay. All right. It's better when my throat's good, all right. But it's the original moment when Hulk Hogan picks up and body slams the Giant.
Andre
You know,
the
that's-
Giant.
That's a spot that WWE uses consistently and has used where the small guy picks up the huge guy, and it all started right there.
I wouldn't say Hulk Hogan.
All right. My number five, being someone who lived through the Monday Night Wars, Sting showing up on WWE television.
Okay.
I could not believe it, my eyes.
Right?
Could not believe it.
Being in the culture at that time, dude, that must have been the wildest shell shock.
Well, I mean, you had the two leaders of each side. Sting was WCW. Taker was WWF at the time and into WWE.
Okay. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna skip to 2 so none of y'all take it. The Shield breakup. Seth Rollins
Yeah.
betraying
Okay.
the Shield
That's a
breakup.
good one.
I just
You'll
wanted
be happy to know that's not on my
I'll go
list.
back to 4 after this, but that's 2 for me. I just didn't want anybody to steal it.
Appreciate you, Damien. Damien jumping in with a happy birthday.
What a guy. The where I'd have to pick up the kind of the same vein of where I left off. Another just iconic oh my gosh moment would be the Big Show and Mark Henry breaking the ring. That was the breaking the ring moment for my life.
That was the first time you ever saw a ring explode.
Yep. So while it may not have been the greatest in everybody's eyes, that one was mine. put it for.
I actually have this one. What Jello said, I actually had that on my list. Jade picking up Nia Jax and tossing her over the top rope at the Rumble.
Right, that was crazy. That was
insanity.
yeah.
Crazy. Okay,
Brings
4.
us to number 4 for you. Yeah.
Yeah, you're at number 4 now. The rest of us are at number 3.
Yeah, okay. So for me, also just nostalgic. The Hardy Boys return. I think it was WrestleMania 33, 30. I don't know.
Oh,
Whatever, with the
oh,
New Day,
dude.
the New Day in there.
New Day's like,
It is a fatal 4-way.
That was so sick.
Jeff Hardy almost flew off like the 20-foot drop on the stage there.
Yeah, that one was great for sure. That was a good one. For me, the next one will be another nostalgia moment. Probably the very first oh my gosh moment I had ever seen in my lifetime. And that was Jeff Hardy jumping from the highest light pole in WWE history down into a trash can with a freaking swanton bomb
On top of Randy Orton.
on top of the Randy Orton.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. I couldn't
Good one.
believe what I was watching. Oh my goodness.
well, since we're going to do nostalgia, let's keep with nostalgia because you can't talk about oh shit moments and not talk about Taker Mankind King of the Ring 98.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hell in a Cell, Mankind getting thrown off through a table. Oh my God, they've killed him.
yeah, you
That
got
wasn't much better than Hunter.
No, I didn't say I could do a good JR.
Okay, I'm just saying.
you took my number 1 right there. That was it.
Okay.
That was great.
One.
hold on just a second, son. Damien, we're doing top 5 oh shit moments of all time in WWE.
Never mind. This can't really be an oh shit moment. I'll take it back. I was gonna say, DX storming WCW.
Mm.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. But I'll take the lazy way out and also again say CM Punk's return because again nobody thought it was happening.
The
It had
show
been
was over.
years. It was like CM Punk is never coming back to WWE. Him and Triple H hate each other. It's never happening, and it happened. Hell froze over.
Yeah,
Hell
it's
froze
great.
over in Chicago.
Damien Blood agrees with you.
Yeah,
Punk coming back in Chicago.
yeah. I mean, it's
I knew that was coming up. I knew Mikey was going to say it. The macaroni incident.
Oh,
Look.
no.
Okay, look, Linda. DX, they teased me. Like I was not in a stable part of a stable piece of mind right then for them to tease it. I've been saying it. The wrestling gods told me DX is getting back together. It's going to be a thing. And then they tease it. And then Shawn Michaels kicks Triple H right into teeth. And yes, I may or may not have thrown a plate of macaroni at television. So yes, the macaroni incident did happen. We've got the OTB Lilith Blood saying Mae Young going through a table. Bubba Ray Dudley putting her through said table.
Right, yeah. No remorse from that guy, dude. I would probably say he's late to the party.
oh,
J-Reb says, my oh shit moment is EO opening my eyes to hot women Asian wrestling.
Yep. But anyways, to get back on track, yeah.
Dean Stevens with the tractor at SummerSlam with
Yeah, Brock Lesnar picking it up with the tractor.
the cleanest mic catch I'd ever seen in my life.
Oh, it was.
He even winked at Brock. He said,
Oh, dude, yeah.
I just can't wink.
Yeah, that was kind of hilarious. I was a little thrown off there. But anyways, to get back on track, since you took my next one, I'm going to go with another Jeff Hardy moment. Not so good this time. Going to be when Edge took off a dangling Jeff Hardy clinging to the Money in the Bank briefcase by flying 4 feet across with a spear on those 12
Off the ladder.
Yeah, on the
Yeah,
12.
that was actually my number one.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that was my number one.
That was. I mean, I was so distraught seeing that because everybody just laid on the ground.
I don't remember which PLE it was, but Brock Lesnar showing back up.
Yeah, okay. Hey, it was my turn, and that's what I was gonna say. Okay, y'all
It was
just
my
skipped
turn.
me.
It was my.
You know, you skipped.
No. I'm
You
after
said-
him. You're after me.
Well, you said the macaroni incident, and then he
Oh.
just starts talking.
Well, he was
Skipped me,
explaining the
okay?
macaroni incident. I didn't know.
Now I
that was
feel like we're back in the old
Right, yeah,
podcast.
my fault. My fault, guys. My apologies.
That's the Brock Lesnar thing. Him returning at, I think it was SummerSlam. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was SummerSlam last year.
I think you're right.
That's the first time. The last two times, for the first time in a long time, that I've ever been like, oh my gosh, like it since CM Punk returning is the John Cena heel turn and Brock Lesnar coming back. You know, it's as plugged in as we try to be, it's hard not to like know something's happening.
Right.
Brock Lesnar coming back.
That was on nobody's bingo card.
Yes.
Jello with a good one. Ricochet and Logan Paul. Their mid-air collision at the
Yeah.
Rumble.
Oh my gosh.
Sid Vicious breaking his leg, jumping off the top rope. And you guys are a little young for that one, but
Oh, I seen it.
bad.
He didn't tape the leg up too good. I just mushed your
Yeah,
toe.
you sure did.
My bad.
Oh no, he taped it up entirely too good.
Yeah.
I forgot who that was till just then, and now I remember exactly what we're talking about.
So we're a little past our 9:30 moment, but you know what? Having you guys here is well worth it. But we are gonna go ahead and wrap it up and go into our final thoughts of the night. So with you boys being here, absolutely 100% to the people watching, the people listening, the wrestling world in general. Floor is yours.
I want to start by saying it was nice to be on and talk wrestling. We got to do it more. Sorry about the leaving. You know, it's hard with the small child, but we make do. My final word: happy birthday to my fantastic father.
Appreciate
Yep.
you. Appreciate you.
My final thoughts, guys. Same deal over here. You know, really great to see y'all. See y'all in the chat. Get to see you, Pops. Get to see this guy. You know, get to see the guy in the back, even though I don't see him.
We see everything he does, though.
Right. Yep. I'm just really love the community we have here. I always just really feel uplifted anytime I'm a part of this. Really thankful for the opportunity. And you know, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, Dad. I'm just really glad that we got to do this. We got to do it more often.
As far as final thoughts for me, first off, boys, I love you. Thank you so much for this. This has been an awesome birthday present for me. Awesome birthday present for our crowd. I want to thank everybody that watches, everybody that listens, everybody that allows us to have this platform. I've said it before. I'll say it again. This is my therapy during the week. This is where I get to sit down with my friends and talk wrestling. All of them except J-Reb, who just said happy 80th birthday.
80. I thought he was turning 18. What are we talking about?
I like this one. This guy's good. I like him. No, seriously, I love you guys. Thank you so much for giving me a place to talk with you guys, for joining me every week when I do it. And I agree with you boys. We need to do this more often. You know, it's almost like we have a weekly show. So but thank you to everybody for showing up. Thank you for joining us tonight. Until next time, I'm Guapo. That's Buddy. That's Bruss. We're not your average marks. We'll see y'all next time. Yeah.
Yeah.